I'm starting this video with the end of the episode, and I just want to show you what we're going to be doing today. And these are all the home runs that go to the house, and hopefully when you watch this video you can get an idea from what we do to get the home runs to the destinations they need to be in. I'm not the best at making these videos. I just really want to show you guys what we do day in, day out here in the field. And a lot of people make these videos and they don't show you shit. They don't want to tell you nothing. They just want to talk about the work that they just finished. But I really want to give people an idea of what they're getting into if they're thinking about being an electrician. This is just residential work. We do this every day. And if you're really looking into doing this type of stuff, like, this is the real shit. Like, it's hard labor, but it pays so well. It pays really good, and once you learn the trade and you get into it and you decide that you like it or whatever, you can make a killing. But it's tough. But if you watch these videos, like, I'm sure your inspectors are gonna say a lot of different things about what they're doing, but for the most part, it works. Fuck it. That's it. Like and subscribe, mother. Okay, in the last episode, I showed you how to put up the panel. We've already gone through laying out the house, low boxing, high boxing, and putting up the panel. And in this one, I want to show you the home runs. Finally, running some wire. It's probably 80% of our job is putting this wire where it needs to go, and it's probably the most time consuming. But after I get the panel up, I kind of like to run all the home runs, and then once I'm done with that, then we can start getting to completing circuits. So anyways, I'm gonna start with the 12 wire, and I like to put the wire right next to the panel. This is why I do this. First, I like to clear out the garage, and I like to use this space just to lay out the wire so I can run it a lot smoother. Pulling your wire out like this is the key to keeping it looking good. Which, in essence, it doesn't really matter, but I've been doing this for a long time, and I like my wires to look straight as possible in the attic. I'm not gonna start in a hole because, especially with these runs being so long, they're probably gonna get kinked up or whatever, and you have to keep them coming back. So we're just gonna start in this bay. Before we go on the other side of this wall, I want to go ahead and pull out some more. And I have another ladder on the other side of the wall, so. First location I showed you is going to be a kitchen GFI. Most kitchens have 2 of them. So like I said, it's a kitchen GFI, so we have to mark the line side. So you can just put a little mark on it, or you can crimp it with your fines. So now we can go back to the panel. And we'll just guess how much we need. We'll pull it tight, and all we'll need is the wire to go to the bottom of the panel. But don't forget to mark your wire. Kitchen GFI 1. So again, we're going to go pull some slack off. And the same thing. Then before we go over there, we're gonna pull some more. And you want to keep this loop going. You don't want it to pull off of that wheel because it'll get tight and it'll kind of become a bit. So I'm going to take this one to my other kitchen GFI. And once again, on GFI circuits, you want to mark your line side. I'll show you how to do that when we get to cutting in. But for now, I'm just going to mark it or crimp it. So I'm taking this one to the dining. Also with the dining receptacles, I'll put the Nook, so it goes the dining receptacles, the Nook receptacles, the microwave, and the pilot light for the stove. It sounds like a lot, but not really. Okay, this is the dining room, and this is the first receptacle in the room, so it's easy to put it right here. It doesn't matter where you put it, as long as you don't got too many wires in a box and overloading the box. And when you're running long runs up in the ceiling, code is you're supposed to have a staple every 4 foot, but as long as it's nice and tight and you're going across the trusses in a certain way, a lot of times people won't notice it if it looks good. But see, if you're going long ways against it, there's no way you can hide it. So you're gonna have to put that staple every 4 foot. And this was dining and microwave. This wire, I'm going to take to the washing machine. I'll swing by there when I'm done. Okay, this is another GFI, but we don't have to mark it because it's just dedicated. There's nothing else on with it. Marking this washer. And now we're going to the bathroom GFI. Okay, these TGIs can be kind of hard to pull through, so you just want to go ahead and pull you off a lot of slack, a little bit extra. I'm just trying to make it to the first bathroom that's closest. TGIs have pre-cut holes in them. All you gotta do is bang them out with your hammer. And once again, since this is a GFI, we have to mark it so we know what the line side is. Bathroom, GFI. All right, this next one is gonna be for the furnace, and it's all the way in the attic, and I have a bonus, so I have to run this one a little crazy. I told you this one was crazy. So this wire is going to get hooked to this unit, and I have to put a switch in here that works as a disconnect. But for now, as long as I got it here, it's good. Okay, this last 12-2 home run is going to be for the garage receptacles, and usually I do that in 14, but 2020 code change says that it wants all the garage receptacles and all the outside receptacles on one GFI in the garage and on 12 wire. So normally I wouldn't put this one in, but and that's the 12-2 home runs. All right, we're still doing home runs.
You need to relax.
Just got done with the 12, and now we gotta do the 14. These are track homes, and we combine a lot of circuits together just because these houses don't pay a lot. This is kind of like one of those bare minimum contracts, and we just kind of get away with whatever we can get away with. So we combine bedrooms, and a lot of stuff you normally wouldn't do in like a custom home or like a really big house. So anyways, let's get started. All right. Forget what episode. So we start, we gotta pull out a lot, we gotta get a lot in the room. And I'm going to start with the foyer. Okay, on this circuit, I have the garage, the laundry, the foyer, the dining light, and the kitchen lights all on one circuit. I know it sounds like a lot, but when we go to trim this house out, most of the lights are going to be LED, and they don't take much power, so it's not really a big deal. So I got the end of my circuit right here at the garage switches. Nice and short. So I'm going to label this circuit foyer and kitchen lights. Okay, in this next circuit, this is going to be my master bedroom, master bath, and smoke detector. Once again, it sounds like a lot on one circuit, but the smoke detectors don't really pull like any power at all. When I go to run the master bedroom and master bathroom circuit, I'll just pull power off the closest smoke, usually the one that's in the room, and then I'll put the home run to the closest smoke detector. So once again, it doesn't matter which smoke detector you go to because they're all connected anyways. So we got a smoke detector right here in this bedroom. This is the closest one to the panel. And eventually I'll have to run the 3-wire and connect them all up. And all the smoke detectors have to be ran. All the smoke detectors have to be ran in 14 3-wire because it also carries a red wire, which is a signal for all of them. So if one of them goes off, it makes sure that all of them go off together. Now, some inspectors, and this is the one important thing that you've got to know what your inspectors want from you, because some inspectors want this to be on a dedicated circuit. And electrical inspectors are assholes. You might think, I think that they think that they are better than us, or like they know what's really going on, but they are not electricians. They're just book smart. They're not out here in the field doing what we're doing. Like, we know what works, so don't let them tell you how to do your job. I'm gonna label this smokes and master. This home run right here, I have bedroom 2 and bedroom 3 on together with the hall, bath and hall. Okay, these are the 2 bedrooms I'm talking about with that bathroom. I have 2 power wires already in this receptacle. I'm just gonna go ahead and add a 3rd wire in there because I don't wanna run through these TGIs, and I don't mind pigtailing some wires if it just saves me a little bit of time. I mean, obviously with me talking right now, I could have already done it and ran it over there to that switch box, but anyway. So with stapling coming down the wall, you need to staple within 12 inches of the top plate and then every 4 foot down the wall from that. And then within the box, you'll need one within 12 inches also. And again, some inspectors want you to staple within 6 inches of a box. I like to save stapling for last. Just the way I do things. Not telling anybody else how to do their work. I love you.
I love you too.
I I was talking to YouTube.
Okay.
I'm gonna label this bedroom 2, bedroom 3. All right, this one is going to be for the family room and back porch. And constantly pulling off wire. You do not want to pull from the wheel. This is why my wire looks so good whenever I pull it, and it makes you faster. It's a lot smoother. Got to constantly stay aware of how much wire you have pulled out. I'm gonna pull a lot out. I think I start going through these TGIs now. And when you're pulling through TGIs, do not drill your own holes. I mean, you can see right here, these guys that were doing the plumbing, they drilled their own holes for the thing, and there are certain rules that apply to drilling your own holes in TGI. But just to stay safe in a code, you want to knock out the knockouts that are already there, because if you mess up, you can fail for I forget what it's called, but what will happen is if they fail you for that, they'll have to get an engineer out here and he'll have to tell you what to do. And if they have to pull this apart and replace a TGI, you're talking a lot of money, like a lot of money, and it can really screw up a project, and that's what you're going to need your insurance for. So just don't do it. Got a little crazy area here. Jeez. Some knockouts are a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you look right here, up above, there is a laminated beam. Now, it's just a small laminated beam. It's probably not anything special, but I seriously do not recommend drilling them at all. I mean, but if you have to, the rule of thumb is the center third by the center third is where you can drill. And you have to stay at least the width of the hole that you're drilling apart from it. But it's such a danger zone that I wouldn't recommend drilling them at all. So I'm just going to avoid it and go in this header. And that was the family room and back porch. I'm just gonna label it family room. Okay, so this is the last 14-2 home run. And there's an upstairs bonus room. And upstairs in the bonus, it also has a bathroom and 2 attic spaces and stairs leading up to the room. So I'm just gonna put all that on together. And I've already drilled a hole right here through the OSB. And I know that there's a receptacle right there on the other side, so I'm just gonna throw up a few feet. A little bit extra just to be safe. I'm going to label this bonus. And there we have it. Home runs.
Good?
Yeah. Every time. everything. Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
So what are we doing today, mister?
Are we on? Are we live? Feel my vibes. Get some of that vibe. I'll just throw that shit. You feel that?
That was weird.
Feel that?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's
We're
funny.
keeping that, huh?
Oh.